Hey guys, Opal here and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a speed build and this is the haunted mansion. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The mansion anyways. And I actually did this on stream, which is really fun, and this is the first speed build that I have recorded on stream. I finally remembered to press the record button, so yeah, this build kind of turned into the direction of being more like a haunted sort of Halloween vibe, which I was really trying not to do, but yeah, ended up doing it anyway. I've been trying to wait till October, but I get really excited about Halloween. For the pathing, I went with this basic mud pathing and I just kind of put it around in a circle around this little pond here. And originally I was going to put this boat in the middle, which it does stay there the whole build, but I do end up deleting it. I don't know what I was thinking, putting a boat in a tiny little pool or pond. So for the trees, I used these web trees, and this is when I was like, oh no, this is going to turn into a Halloween theme. As soon as I saw this, I got really inspired to do a full Halloween theme, so that's kind of what I did. I also pulled out these like raven bird things and put them at the front, kind of like a entrance. I thought it looked quite grand and majestical. I don't really know how else to explain it. For trees, I also use these fir trees, which I have been really loving lately. I think they look super beautiful in this biome, and yeah, I've actually never used this tree in this biome, so yeah, I'm super happy with how it turned out. A lot of this was me trying to figure out where my items were. It's really hard for me to find items when I'm streaming. I have no idea why. I usually can remember the categories and where things are, but yeah, not when I'm streaming. I also really wanted to use these fountains, but I couldn't fit them into the build. They looked a little bit funny. I just don't think that they work in this sort of build, even though it's sort of like a Halloween themed build. I obviously also added lots of beach grass because I think it just makes everything look super overgrown and pretty. And then I started using some fencing around this middle bit, and originally I was gonna go with this smaller fence, which I think works really well too. It's kind of like a spooky fence. I think it's kind of got a little bit of the vibe even though it lights up. But I did end up changing this to the normal brick black fence. I also was contemplating putting some of these red trees, and I did end up using quite a few of them just around the build because I love the color that it brings out, especially with the build being quite dark and grey. I also put 2 coffins at the back there, just as a little spooky touch. I was trying not to go too full on because I knew I had to still decorate the Forgotten Lands, and I still wanted to have some inspiration and motivation to do that. I did play around with using some benches. Honestly, I don't think they look really good. They think they maybe take up a bit too much space and kind of get in the way of the pretty pond, which I really wanted to see. I also added these pillars, these like mossy pillars. I just used basically all the ones that I had in my inventory, and yeah, I really love the way that they look. I really did try and pull out some random items just to see if they were going to fit, because yeah, I hadn't really done a build like this that wasn't in the Forgotten Lands, so I was quite torn with what I should use, what I could use, what would fit. I also made sure to put lots and lots of foliage around this build. I wanted to make it super lush and overgrown. And I finally remembered to use these like scraggly trees, which I think add a really nice touch. I always forget to use these in my builds. This is when I change the fence over to the bigger fence, and I don't know, I just think it works just a little bit better. Unfortunately too, it was raining for most of this build, which is really annoying, but my valley tends to do that quite a lot. I was debating putting fencing around the sides, and I wish I had enough space, but I didn't. I think it would have been really cool to do that and kind of have the foliage, you know, back behind the fence, make it a little bit more structured, but yeah, I couldn't fit them, sadly. I also added some of these cute light up mushrooms, which I just love. I love this item. I'm hopeful that in the future we get this item, but like a size bigger and a size smaller. Maybe a single mushroom would be good too. A girl can dream, a girl can dream. I also decided to switch the trees and put 2 fir trees in the front because I think it just makes it look a little bit more grand and lush. I did try with the red trees, but I think it just looks better with 2 small fir trees. I also went back and forth with some foliage because I didn't like the orange anymore, but I think these white and black ones work perfectly. I think they look super good. And to finish it off, I just put a little bit of foliage. Wow, here is the final design of the build. Again, I really love how this turned out. I'm super glad that I went for a spooky sort of look in the glade. I've never done this before, and yeah, I really love how it looks. Here are some overview shots of the build. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this gave you some inspiration and you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.